I welcome the devotees over here for today's Bhagavath Katha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Veda Swami Namini. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Veda Swami Namini. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara श्रीवास गौर भक्त वृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास गौर भक्त वृंदा जो से बोले प्रभु हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गट्टिगा जो से बोलिए हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express all gratitude and make many praises to Srila Prabhupada for having given all of us a golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All glory to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radha and Gopinath. जो से बोली ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. हरे कृष्णा. अभी ये भागवत कथा इंग्लिश पे अंग्रेजी में रही थी किंतु आप इंग्लिश समझते हैं क्या? इंग्लिश समझ तो ठीक है, नहीं तो हिंदी या तेलुगु में बोलने के लिए कोई का ये नहीं. अब बोलने से मैं हिंदी और इंग्लिश में बताऊँ. हमें अभी भागवत कथा में भागवत तो 12 स्कंद में है. हम पहले स्कंद में 14वां अध्याय में 14 का श्लोक आज करेंगे. ये इससे पहले पहली अध्याय में नैमिषारण्य में मुनि लोग प्रश्न किए थे सूत महर्षि उनका गुरु जी को. तो उन्होंने सूत महर्षि उनका जो गुरु जी है उन्होंने दूसरी अध्याय से भागवत कथा सुनाया. उनका उत्तर देते हुए भागवत कथा के आरंभ किए. और तीसरी अध्याय में भगवान के बहुत से अवतार है और अवतारों के लिए भगवान स्वयं मूल कारण है. उनके अपने जन्म के लिए अपने सृष्टि के लिए भी भगवान ही कारण है और उनके अवतारों के लिए भी उन्हीं कारण है वो बताए. अब 4था अध्याय में नारद महर्षि के लिए बता रहे हैं और इस अध्याय में 14 वर्ष में मैं सूत महर्षि बता रहे हैं. इस श्लोक को मैं स्लो बोलता हूँ, मेरे साथ 3 बार आप बोलिए जोर से. द्वापरे समान प्राप्ते तृतीये जो से बोले तृतीये युग पार्यये जातः पराशरात् योगी वस्वयां कलया हरेः द्वापरे समानुप्राप्ते तृतीये युग पार्यया जातः पारशरात् योगी व्यास्यां कलया हरे द्वापरे समानुप्राप्ते तृतीये युग पार्याये जातः पराशरात् योगी व्यास्यां कलया हरेः द्वापरे समनुप्राप्ते तृतीय युगे परये जतः परशरात् योगी या स्वयं कलया हरे. Word meaning of this verse? सूतः, सूत गोस्वामी. सूत नाम का एक गुरु आचार्य उवाचा बताए said द्वापरे in the second millennium द्वापर युग में समानुप्राप्ते on the advent तृतीय थर्ड वो तीसरा युग है. अपने कुछ 4 युग है, 4 युग है, द्वापर युग तीसरा युग है, युगा मिलीनियम पर ये इन प्लेस ऑफ उसकी जगह में जातः वॉज बेगॉटन पराशरात, उस युग में पराशर नाम का एक योगी था, वशिष्ठ महर्षि के पुत्र शक्ति महर्षि के पुत्र पराशर महर्षि, द ग्रेट सेज व्यासवयम इन द वूम्ब ऑफ डॉटर ऑफ वसु, उन्होंने सत्यवती नाम का मत्स्यगंधी के गर्भ से एक जन्म दिए, पराशर महर्षि व्यास महर्षि को जन्म दिए। इन द प्लीनरी पोर्शन हरे हे ऑफ द पर्सनालिटी ऑफ भगवान Sutta Goswami said, when the second millennium overlapped the third, the great sage Vyasa was born to Parashara in the womb of Satyavati, the daughter of Vasu. ये सतयुग, त्रेता युग, द्वापर युग और कलयुग 4 युग है। त्रेता के उपरांत जब द्वापर युग बीते, उस समय ने व्यास भगवान ने पराशर महर्षि और सत्यवती के रूप में उनके सत्यवती गर्भ में जन्म लिया है। There is a chronicle order of 4 millenniums, namely सत्या, द्वापरा, त्रेता एंड कली। जैसे अपने को कैलेंडर में जनवरी से दिसंबर के बाद फिर जनवरी आते, उसी तरह ये युगों भी 4 युग, सत्ययुग, द्वापर युग, त्रेता युग और कलयुग, एक के बाद एक आती है। अभी इस समय ये कलयुग है, कलयुग के उपरांत फिर सत्ययुग आएंगे और एक दूसरे से ओवरलैपिंग की होते हैं। जैसे कुरुक्षेत्र महाभारत की युद्ध हो रहा था, उसी समय में 15 दिन ही कलयुग आरंभ हो गया, द्वापर युग का अंत हो गया और कलयुग भी आरंभ हो गया था। देयर वाज ओवरलैप ड्यूरिंग द रिजीम ऑफ वैष्णव मनु, देयर वाज एन ओवरलैपिंग ऑफ 28th राउंड ऑफ 4 millenniums and 3rd millennium appeared prior to the second. In that particular millennium, Lord Sri Krishna also descends, and because of this there was some particular alteration. The mother of great sage was Satyavati, the daughter of the Vasu fisherman. अपने को ये 4 युग, जैसे 12 मास के उपरांत फिर जनवरी आते, उसी तरह सत्य के बाद फिर सत्ययुग, त्रेतायुग, द्वापर है, उसके उपरांत में फिर सत्ययुग आएंगे। इस तरह अभी ये 28 चतुर्युग है, ये चारों मिलके एक चतुर्युग कहते हैं। ब्रह्मा के दिन में जैसे अपने को दिवस है, इस दिवस में अपन को 12 घंटे, उसी तरह ब्रह्मा के दिवस में 1000 चतुर्युग होता है, 1000 चतुर्युग होता है। अभी दिस इज द 28 चतुर्युग है और बहुत से चतुर्युग होना है। उसके बाद उनका रात होता है, फिर वो रात फिर 1000 चतुर्युग होता है। उनके दिन के समय, चतुर्मुख के दिन के समय सृष्टि पूरा रहती है और उनके रात के समय everything will be destroyed, it will be annihilated. It will be annihilated again after only 1000 yugas that will be created. And that means again Mahapralaya will come only after 2000 Chaturyugas. But sometimes they are overlapping. In the particular millennium, Lord Sri Krishna also descends. इस चतुर्युग में द्वापर के समय कृष्ण भगवान भी अवतार लिए और उनके तो सहस्रों अवतार है। आप जैसे जानते हैं, कैन यू टेल मी हाउ मेनी अवतारास आर देयर इन कृष्णा? हाउ मेनी अवतारास? यू नो इंग्लिश और हिंदी? English, Hindi. How many avatars, incarnations are there, Krishna? Do you have any idea? Tell me any of the avatars, incarnations. Generally, you know 10 avatars. Matsya avatara, Kurma avatara, Varaha avatara, Narsimha avatara, Vamana Avatara, Parashurama Avatara, Rama Avatara, Krishna Avatara, Balarama Avatara, and again Kalki Avatara, it is yet to take place. But not 10 avatars, that is only we generally know. But there are many thousands of avatars, incarnations of Krishna. And for every incarnation, he is the only root cause. He is also root cause for all our birth. Not only human beings, all in plants, animals, all devatas, for everybody is coming into existence. He is the creator, he is the protector, he is the annihilator. अपना नाश भी उनके साथ ही होती है. And this creation, as scientists say, it is 7,000 years old or 8,000 years old. That is wrong. This is some crores of years ago creation was done. You know what's the period of Chaturyuga? One yuga, see 4 yugas. This Satyuga was 18 lakhs and 30 years, 30,000 years. Hare Krishna. You can continue the Bhagavath Katha. This Bhagavath Katha will continue till 9:30. So again, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, it was 12,64,000 years. Dwapara Yuga was 8,64,000 years. And Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years. Out of 4,32,000 years, just only 5,250 years is elapsed. That means Kurukshetra war, whatever war has taken place between Kauravas and Pandavas throughout the world, that has taken place only 5,250 years back. And still 4,27,000 years is left out. So all this put together, all the 4 yugas put together becomes 43,20,000 years. 43,20,000 years into 1,000, because I told 1,000 yugas, Chaturyugas will make one day of Brahma. So you calculate 43,20,000 into 1,000. That is the period of Brahma's time, daytime. Similar time is his night time. During his night time, all the universes, not this earth planet, I am telling all the universes, this is Akhilakota Brahmanda. What you are seeing is only one Brahmanda. In one Brahmanda, that also full, completely you can't see. You can see just moon, sun, stars. But there are so many other planets are there. There are so many planets there. All this, even scientists in the milk, they say there are many Milky Way oceans. Kshira Samudra, we say Kshira Samudra in India or in Sanskrit and Telugu. So in the Kshira Samudra, the Ananta Koti Milky Way oceans are there. And in every Brahmanda, this is known as Brahmanda. In every Brahmanda, there are many planets are there. And in every Brahmanda, there is one Vaikunta, one Kailasa and one Brahmaloka. In Kailasa, Shiva is there. In Brahmaloka, Chaturmukha Brahma is there. In Vaikunta, Mahavishnu is there. We need to reach Vaikunta, the minimum. That should be, we will have many goals in our life. Because you may have some wish to get married or to have children or get a very good palatial building or some very big, huge car like BMW or something imported car. Or you might have a desire to own a flight, a helicopter, all those desires. But these desires are all temporary desires. They can be achieved or cannot be achieved also. But our main ultimate goal should be to go back to Godhead. To go back to Godhead means that is our original home. Presently you might be living in your own house, but that own house is not your own house. वो घर तो टेम्पररी, तात्कालिक है. जैसे अपना जीव इस देह से निकल के चले आते, बाहर चले आते. When it leaves this sharira, it goes away. The body becomes dead. Only body is going to be dead. Atma will never die. Atma will take another body based on our actions, what we have done. Whether we have done good virtues or bad virtues, papa, punya, based on that, it's going to take. So, this birth, number of births we have taken, you know how many births we have taken? Some lakhs and lakhs of births we have taken earlier. And in the, not as human beings. We have taken maybe as a dogs, pig, cat, some birds, tree, it can be anything. And that also not one birth. We might have taken lakhs of births of each of them, because based on this. Otherwise, you have done good virtues, punya. You must have gone to Devaloka also, enjoyed in Devaloka, in Indraloka, Brahmaloka, Pitruloka. There are so many lokas are there. There you must have enjoyed. Or just like when we go to some hotel, but as long as our money is there in our pocket, we can enjoy everything in that hotel. Once our wallet is exhausted, the money is exhausted in the wallet, we have to come out of the hotel, or we will be made to work in the hotel for repaying this thing. But here it is not like that. When punya is completed, they will not make us to work there. Just they throw out to the earth. Again, when they throw out on the earth, when they threw, we may not take the human birth again. Again, during human birth, now, presently we must have done some bad things also along with good things. So, to suffer, already you have enjoyed in Devaloka. Experiencing the sufferings also, we will take different births as animals or trees, or we might even go to different hells. Again, hells also there are. It's not a single type of hell. Different hells are there. Different like in the prison, there will be for hanging people. They put in some dark place. For other people, they put in different these cages. Like that, even we will be sent to different hells for suffering those papa. So instead of getting into this life cycle, along with our so many other goals, which I am not saying you should not have any desire. You can have all desire, because as human being only we need to experience all those things. You achieve all those goals. But along with those goals, our ultimate goal is to get moksha. Moksha means we will go back to our own house, that is Vaikuntha, any one of the Vaikuntha. Either Goloka Vrindavana is best, but I don't think we can reach that place. At least any Vaikuntha, we will be liberated, moksha. That means we will not take any other birth once again. And once we are liberated, we will get a form which God, Krishna, Supreme God, whether in the form of Narsinga Avatara, Rama, Krishna or Srinivasa, he would give us same form, Chaturbhuja, and with that form we will be doing his services. Because in the Anantakota Brahmanda, he will be requiring our services in many of the planets. Whatever he gives, that service we will be doing. And we will not be having any suffering or enjoyment in that Vaikuntha. So, this thing should be that. The mother of the great sage was Satyavati. This Bhagavatam is compiled by Vedas Bhagwan. You can show it to you. Smell it and give it. Show it to everyone and get it here. So, Vedas Bhagwan is the son of Satyavati and Parashara. Parashara is the grandson of Vasishtha Maharshi. So, this Vyasa Maharshi has given us the great epic Mahabharata. Earlier, the Veda was only one Veda. One Veda was split into 4 Vedas because it is very complicated. Hare Krishna. You can take it. This Mahabharata is a great, this Vedas. Vedas it was only one Veda, but for our convenience, in the Kali Yuga, to understand it, he has split into 4 Vedas. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. Even those Vedas also, even one letter of that one we cannot pronounce properly. We can't remember also, we do not know the meaning also. So, he has written the great epic Mahabharata in 60 lakh verses, out of which only 1 lakh verses are all over the earth, remaining are there in Devalokas, Gandharvalokas, other lokas. So, in this 1 lakh verses also, after writing all these things, he has made 18 Puranas and 18 Upapuranas. Still he was worried. In Kali Yuga, people may not understand. At that time, on the advice of Devarshi Narada, Narada Maharshi has advised him to compile the Bhagavatam, the pastimes of the Lord. So he has compiled this Bhagavatam in 12 cantos in 18,000 verses. And here the pastimes of Krishna, who has incarnated as Krishna himself in Dwapara Yuga. I am telling the Krishna in Goloka Vrindavana, he has incarnated as Krishna himself in Dwapara Yuga. Those pastimes are mentioned in 10th canto of Bhagavatam. But it is instructed in Bhagavatam that we should read or hear right from the chapter 1, first skanda, chapter 1. We should not directly go into the 10th canto, because in all these other cantos, many incarnations are have been directed in detail. And of course, Vedas Maharshi himself has told, he is the again incarnation of Sri Krishna Paramatma itself. But he himself told that this Bhagavatam, whatever incarnation he has narrated, they are only few. It's not complete, because complete narration cannot be made. Creation is trillions and trillions of years ago, some crores of years ago, creation has taken place. All the incarnation cannot be mentioned in these scriptures. So he has mentioned many of them, like along with Dashavatara, he has also mentioned Narayana Avatara. He is himself, Vedas Bhagavan, his incarnation itself has given, and he is also told about Hamsa Avatara, Aigya Avatara, etc. This is the history of Vasudeva's birth. Every millennium is divided into 3 periods, and each period is called a Sandhya. Vyasadeva appeared in the 3rd Sandhya of the particular age. Like we have also 3 Sandhyas in a daytime. When the sun rises in the morning, that is Pratha Sandhya. When sun rises in the morning, that is not Pratha Sandhya. Night will go away and sun will come. Morning will start. In between the morning and night, whatever time is there, that period is no Sandhya time. That is Pratha Sandhya. Again, noon time, 12 o'clock is Aparna Madhyana Sandhya. Again, evening, sun setting. At the sun setting, darkness will start. So in between that time is known as Saim Sandhya. We call it as Sayankala. Kala means Samaya. So Sayankala, Saim Sandhya. So similarly, for every yugas, there is a transition period. That transition period is known as Sandhya. So for this 4 yugas, what is the Sandhya time is? Third yuga and Kali Yuga beginning, ending of the 3rd yuga, starting of Kali Yuga. This is the transition period. During that period, Vyasa Bhagavan has incarnated. Now we'll go into the 15th verse of the this 4th chapter in the 1st canto. I shall tell the sloka 3 times slowly. You please repeat with me loudly. मेरे साथ जोर से बोलिए. स कदाचित सरस्वत्या उपस्पृश्य जलम शुचिः विविक्ता एका आसीना उदिते रविमंडले सा कदाचित् सरस्वत्या उपस्पृश्य जलम शुचिः विविक्त एका आसीना उदिते रविमंडले स कदाचित् सरस्वत्या उपस्पृश्य जलम शुचिः विविक्त एका आसीना उदिते रविमंडले स कदाचित् सर्वस्त्य उपस्पृश्य जलम शुचिः विविक्त एक आसीना उदिते रविमंडले. The word meaning of this verse is Saha means he. उन्हीं के लिए बता रहे. He कदाचित once एक समय सरस्वत्या on the bank of सरस्वती नदी के तीर पर उपस्पृश्या आफ्टर फिनिशिंग मॉर्निंग अब्ल्यूशंस, उस दिन का उस समय का जो भी नित्य कृत्य करना है वो सब नित्य कृत्य करके जलम वाटर शुचि ही बीइंग प्यूरिफाइड शुद्ध होकर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन श्रद्धा से एक अलोन अकेले ही आसीनः बीइंग दस सीटेड कुछ व्यास आसन पर बैठकर उदिते ऑन द राइज जैसे सूर्य उदय होते उसके लिए उदिते ऑन द राइज रवि मंडले ऑफ द सन डिस्क सूर्य भगवान का जैसा उदय होता है उस समय once upon a time he Vyasadeva as the sun rose took his morning ablution in waters of Saraswati and sat alone to concentrate. एक समय में व्यास भगवान ने जैसे सूर्य उदय होते हैं उसी समय उनका सभी नित्यकृत सब पूरा संपूर्ण करके अपने सरस्वती नदी के तीर पर उन्होंने अकेले ही बैठकर श्रद्धा से बैठे थे. द रिवर सरस्वती इज फ्लोइंग इन बद्रिकाश्रमा एरिया ऑफ द हिमालयास. ये सरस्वती नदी कहाँ है? आप बद्रिकानाथ गए कि चारधाम गए? चारधाम नहीं गए. ये बद्रीनाथ वहाँ चारधाम में एक है. वहाँ बद्रीनाथ के पास सरस्वती नदी है, आज भी है, लेकिन आज नदी तो पूरा सूखा हो गया. थोड़ा सा पानी अपने जैसे नल में पानी आते उस तरह छोटी से धारा आ रही है. मैं स्वयं देखा हूँ, छोटी सी धारा आ रही सरस्वती नदी उस जगह में है वहाँ. सो द प्लेस इंडिकेटेड हियर इज सम्यप्राशा इन बद्रिका वेर श्री व्यास इज राइडिंग. आज भी वहाँ बद्रिकाश्रम के पास व्यास गुहा के नाम से एक स्थान है, यहाँ व्यास भगवान का मूर्ति है. अभी आगे 16 के श्लोक में जाएंगे, फिर इससे 3 बार मेरे साथ बोलिए. परावरा नानः स ऋषि कालेन अव्यक्ता रामहासा युगधर्मा गातिकरं प्राप्तं भुवि युगे युगे परावरा नानः स ऋषि कालेन अव्यक्ता रामहसा युगधर्मा व्यतिकरं प्राप्तं भुवि युगे युगे परावरा नाह स ऋषि कालेन व्यक्ता रामहसा युगधर्मा व्यतिकरं प्राप्तं भुवि युगे युगे परावरग्नाः स ऋषि कालेन अव्यक्तरमसः युगधर्म व्यक्तिकरं प्राप्तं भुवि युगे युगे परावरा. पास्ट एंड फ्यूचर. पास्ट एंड फ्यूचर मीन्स जो बीत गई और भविष्य में आएंगे. द नहा वन हु नोज हु नानहा तो जिसको ज्ञान है. सहा ऋषि ही उनो व्यास भगवान. ऋषि ही व्यासदेवा कालेना इन द कोर्स ऑफ जैसे समय बीतती है वो समय के साथ अव्यक्ता अनमैनिफेस्टेड रमसा बाय ग्रेट फोर्स युगधर्मा एक्ट्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ मिलीनियम. धर्म सतयुग में भी धर्म हर युग में अपने को 4 युग है. सतयुग, त्रेता युग, द्वापर युग और कलयुग. हर युग में धर्म तो होती है, लेकिन वो समय के अनुसार धर्म में थोड़ा सा अनुसरण करने में थोड़ा सा बदली आती रहती है. देयर विल बी चेंजेस. जैसे अपने को पहले राजा लोग परिपालन करते थे, आज राजा लोग नहीं. आज तो प्राइम मिनिस्टर, मिनिस्टर वो भी हम इलेक्शन में उनको चुनते हैं और वो लोग कुछ समय के लिए रहते. राजा तो उनका जीवन भर उन्होंने ही रहते थे राजा. उनके बाद उनके पुत्र, वैसे एक के बाद एक होता था. अभी क्या हो गया, जो मंत्री बनता वो दूसरे मंत्री बनना, लेकिन कैसा हो गया जैसे राजा का पुत्र राजा बनना, उसी तरह मंत्री के पुत्र मंत्री बनना, उस तरह वो दे आर फॉलोइंग दैट वे. दैट इज रॉन्ग. वो ऐसा धर्म बदलते रहते. द ग्रेट सेजेस लाइक Vyasadeva are liberated souls, and therefore they can see clearly past and future. Abhi a liberated souls का अर्थ क्या है? You can understand English or हिंदी में बताना? You can understand English. So everybody can understand English. English समझ में आएंगे? Right. So see this Vyasa Bhagavan is a liberated soul. What is liberated soul? In the nature we have three qualities: Satvika Guna, Rajasa Guna, Tamasa Guna. Three characters are there. In this the Satvika Guna we have intelligence, more intelligence we have. In Rajasa Guna, that is also we have lot of desires. We have lot of desires. In Tamasa Guna, we have lot of laziness. Not only laziness, we have intolerance. We try to harm other people, hurt other people. Not only human beings, animals, everyone. We try to kill them. Whatever we try to steal, whatever they are having. Because जो भी है चोरी करना, all these things we will be doing. That is Tamasa Guna will give us. Like that, even food is also, Satvika is there, Rajasa is there, Tamasa is there. Satvika means it's purely vegetarian. Purely vegetarian. In that one, even onion and garlic is also prohibited. And in Rasa, you can eat anything again. If it is according to desires. Today, you will have desires like, burger khana hai, I want to eat pizza, I want to eat. Tamasa Guna is again non-Western, eating non-Western food is Tamasa qualities only, purely Tamasa quality. Time is also like that. Satvika, Rajasa and Tamasa. Satvika is the time between morning 3:30 to 8 o'clock. 3:30 to 8 o'clock, during that time, it is very peaceful time. It is good, very good for waking up, whether you study or you do your any of this thing, that is all different. Because students, generally they study in that time. You will acquire the knowledge. But again, that is a very good time for doing worship, because no disturbance will be there. That is the best time for worship. Between 3:30 and 4 to 8 is the Satvika time. 3 to 4 is Suddha Satvika time. Brahmi Murta time. There is no Brahmi Murta time before sunrise. So again, between 8 to evening 4 o'clock, it is Rajasic time. In that Rajasic time, you can go to your workplace or college, school, whatever it is, or your business place, do all the work to fulfill your desires, to get some profits or to get some earnings, whatever it is, that between 10 and 4. And again between 4 and 8 evening, it is Satvika Samaya. Again you need to do some chanting or something. Remember God. Remember God. Again between night 8 o'clock to morning 3 o'clock, it is a Tamasa time. Again during Tamasa time, it is not that complete 8 hours or 10 hours you need to sleep. For us, we need only deep sleep. I am telling deep sleep without even dreams. Without swapna bhi nahi aana. Like swapna bhi nahi aana. Swapna kab aayenge? When our mind is disturbed only we get dreams. Otherwise don't get dreams. Deep sleep, just 2.5 hours is sufficient. But with laziness हमें 8 घंटे सोने के लिए 8 घंटे क्या 12 घंटे 14 घंटे भी सो जाते. There are many people who sleep for 12 to 14 hours also. That is wrong. Deep sleep is only 2.5 hours, that is sufficient. So remaining time also you can watch TV or discuss with family, कुछ करना कर सकते. But again, if you worship in during that hours, it is not wrong. आप meditation करें, 24 hours is suitable for doing any worship. It's nothing. अभी रात है, अभी भगवान का स्मरण नहीं करना, कुछ नहीं. भगवान के लिए रात, there is no morning and night. You know why? Why do we sleep? मालूम नहीं. पूरा थक जाते, सुबह से शाम तक काम करते हैं, पढ़ते हैं, सब कर थक जाते, सो जाते. लेकिन सोने के लिए क्या करते हैं? What do you do? How do you sleep? मालूम नहीं. You don't sleep. No, sleeping with what this thing, part of body you sleep? Eyes. Not eyes and brain. You close your eyelids. You close your eyelids and sleep. You don't keep you open and sleep. Is it not? But God cannot sleep. he does not have eyelids. Not only God, even devatas, demigods, they don't have eyelids. They don't have eyelids, they can't sleep. And if they sleep, the entire creation is annihilated. They cannot, not only this earth planet, all Anantakoti, Brahmanda, whatever crores of planets are there, everything will be annihilated. So they cannot sleep even for a fraction of a second. They will never sleep at all. In rainy season, you get rain in the night also. If Varuna, rain god is not there, how you will get? If he is sleeping, you won't get rain. And if sun is not there, you get sunlight. Sun bhi, Suryodaya bhi hota hai, even in rainy season. Maybe clouds cover it, sunlight might appear dull. But otherwise, sun is there. Sun is not sleeping. Either it is in the east or it is in the west. Either in India or in America is there. Is there. So nobody can, no, even devatas cannot sleep there at one. You can light the stove in the night also. Athni is there. So only sleep is meant for us. So you can chant the God's name 24 hours anytime whenever you like. So because this Vyasa Bhagavan is the incarnation of God. In Dwapara Yuga, 5 incarnations have taken place of Krishna. 5 incarnations has taken place in Dwapara Yuga. One is Krishna himself has incarnated Krishna as son of Vasudeva and Devaki, and Arjuna, he is also Krishna himself. Vyasa Bhagavan is also Krishna himself. Krishna's son, Krishna and Rukmini's son, Pradyumna is also son, incarnation of Krishna, and Rukmini's grandson, that is Krishna's grandson, Aniruddha is also incarnation of Krishna himself. Like that, 5 incarnations in Dwapara Yuga itself. And so, these people, Vyasa Bhagavan is a liberated soul. His son, Sukadeva Swami, is also a liberated soul, because Sukadeva Swami was in the womb of his mother for 16 years. And Vyasa Bhagavan has imparted all the knowledge, Vedas, all the 4 Vedas, Upapuranas, Puranas, Mahabharata and Bhagavatam to Sukha Maharshi's son when he was in mother's womb. Like Prahlada was given the Ashtakshi Mahamantra by Devarshi Narada in the womb of his mother. Similarly, Vyasa Bhagavan has imparted all the knowledge for Sukadeva Goswami. And Sukadeva Goswami, by birth itself, he was a liberated soul. Liberated soul means we are attracted this, all these gunas, qualities, types, everything. We are attracted by them, and as soon as now you are sitting and hearing this Bhagavatam. But once you go out of this one, you feel like hiring some very good or you yourself want to own a big car, or you want some ice cream fellow or something comes, you want to eat. So that all the desires, you are attracted to so many things. You are attracted to so many things. But whereas all these incarnations, where it is in many sages, rishis like Vasishtha Maharshi, Vyasa Bhagavan, Shakti Maharshi, they are all liberated souls. They are all liberated souls. Vidura is also liberated soul, because he himself is the Yamadharmaraja. Dharmaraja himself is a Yamadharmaraja. So they are all liberated souls. They don't have any attachment. We have attachment with those things. We have parents at home. We think about them. We have maybe people have, if you are young, very young, not married, you will have girlfriend, boyfriend, you will be attached to each other. And if you are having children, children will be attached. Like that, we are attached to everything. Whereas this Sukadeva Goswami, I have told many times, because you were not there, I am telling again, Sukadeva Goswami, when he taken the birth from the mother's womb, he was 16 years old. He was not like a small baby what we were. He was 16 years old. He just took the birth, made pranams to his parents, left like that only. Just with a lion, langoti banke chale gaye. Langoti banke chale gaye, आगे वहाँ नहीं ठहरे. Pranam करके आगे चले गए. He went, where he went to Parikshit Maharaja, the grandson of Abhimanyu, who was the king then. He went there and he is the son of Abhimanyu. He went there because he was, Parikshit Maharaja was cursed that he would die within 7 days out of snake bite. So there he went and he narrated the entire Bhagavatam, which was important to his father. He has given all the entire Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaja. मैं आपके साथ 3 बार पढ़ा है, पाठ करा है श्लोक. तो तो उनके लिए वो कुछ आवश्यकता नहीं था, क्योंकि परीक्षित महाराजा नो संस्कृत. Sukamarshi is well versed in all these things. So he just narrated these slokas and Parikshit Maharaja understood everything. Like I am explaining you, इस तरह explanation, narration was not required for Parikshit Maharaja. By just listening to the slokas, he understood everything. Like that, he was glorified with the pastimes of Krishna, and ultimately even Parikshit Maharaja was liberated soul. Why you know? Why he was liberated? नहीं मालूम. Parikshit, he was the son of Abhimanyu. During the after the Kurukshetra war, just after the Kurukshetra war, he was born. But at that time, he was in the womb of his mother Uttara, Abhimanyu's wife. When on the last day, on the 18th day of Kurukshetra war, Ashwatthama, the son of Dronacharya, as he promised to that he will kill all Pandavas, he could not kill the Pandavas, but he killed Upapandavas, thinking that they are Pandavas. When he came to that Pandavas still alive, and Uttara is bearing the next generation, he aimed Brahmastra at Uttara and tried to kill Parikshit in the womb of that child in the Uttara. But Krishna, he protected him. He said, Ashwatthama, you can't kill him. I am there to still here in the earth to protect this progeny. I will protect him. He, in the womb of Uttara, Krishna entered and he made that Brahmastra as null and void. He kept the Parikshit, that child, as alive. And Krishna himself has named him as Parikshit, because even before delivery, he was protected by Krishna. Krishna himself named him as Parikshit. So that Parikshit Maharaja, Dharmaraja, ruled over the world. He was the emperor of the world for 36 years. Parikshit Maharaja, we call him as Dharmaraja as Raja and Parikshit also Maharaja only, but they are all emperors. Parikshit as an emperor, he ruled 60 years and better than Dharmaraja during Kali Yuga. When after the war, when Krishna of 36 years, he left to his Vaikunta Parandama, his own abode. At that time, Kali Yuga started. Actually, Kali Yuga started during the Shalya Parva itself, during the Kurukshetra. But Krishna Paramatma, because he is the controller of time, he said, "Oh Kali Purisha, I am still here on the earth. As long as I am here, you cannot enter." So he stopped the time. He stopped that Kali Yuga time. Dwapara Yuga time is continuing, but Kali Yuga time stopped. And after 36 years from the day of Kurukshetra, when Krishna left, all the Pandavas also, they left for Swargarohana. At that time, they crowned Parikshit as Maharaja and left. This Parikshit Maharaja ruled the entire earth for 60 years. But in the end, he was cursed by a son of a Brahmana called Shrungi, because Parikshit Maharaja, while hunting, again hunting, it's not for hunting some animal to take it as some food. To protect sadhus and rishis in the forest, who are living in the forest, from the wild animals, cruel animals. To protect them, he has killed those things. At that time, when he felt thirsty, he went into the ashrama of this rishi, where he wanted water. But rishi was in deep meditation. He could not see the king. He did not see the king. So, out of angry in the thirst, even in this Kali Yuga, even we, not Parikshit Maharaj, if we don't get one-time meal, will be dancing. We'll be dancing and we'll be doing all sorts of wrong things. We try to, if we don't have any money to buy or to cook food or anything, we try to steal somebody's food. Like that. So, out of angry, what Parikshit Maharaj has taken, there was a dead snake in that ashrama. He took that dead snake, put around the neck of the rishi and left. That child, son of that rishi, was just 10 years old. He came after playing with his friends. He saw a dead snake in his father's neck. Just he had, because he was a Brahmin boy, already in 10 years old, he was doing a lot of playing means along with that one, he was also doing a lot of worship also. He had tapas shakti, power. He cursed saying that whoever, he did not know it was Parikshit Maharaj, whoever put snake in his father's neck, he would die within 7 days by the bite of a snake. By snake bite, he would die. So, as soon as he cursed, that his father opened his eyes and he seen what has happened. Then, when his son narrated everything, he saw with his divine vision, it was Parikshit Maharaja who has done that. So, immediately he sent a message through his son and his friend to king about the curse, because it cannot be withdrawn. So, king, he immediately called his son Janamejaya, crowned him as a king, and he left to the banks of Ganga Nadi, where a single building was built on a single pillar to avoid snake bite. And he was thinking what to do. At that time, Sukha Maharshi, who was a liberated soul, who has just taken birth from the womb of his mother, having all the knowledge, he came over there. He came over there and he has narrated the entire Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaja, who is already a liberated soul. So all these people, they are liberated soul. But in this Kali Yuga, the Kali Yuga, we are not at all, I am telling you this Bhagavatam, but I am not a liberated soul. I can't say I am a liberated soul, because I might be having so many other, must have committed sins. So all those things will, I cannot say I am a liberated soul. For the convenience and benefit, for the prosperity of the living being. Living being means, again, animals cannot understand Bhagavatam, Mahabharata. Only human beings, because we have intelligence, we can understand. For our purpose, Sutta Goswami has explained all this Bhagavatam to the Munis in Naimisaranya when they questioned about the Supreme God. So that they can execute a progressive life in this age, which is full of darkness. Again, full of darkness means not that we don't have light or sunlight or these lights. All this will be there. What is the darkness? We don't remember the God. Who is who our creator? Who is our protector? We don't remember him. During our birth, before birth, we remember everything in the womb of our mother. But after taking birth, we are attracted to these qualities and time of nature. So we forget this God. So once again, every day we perform Vibhavari Seva Suprabhatam in the morning. God does not, I told you earlier, God does not sleep. But why do we do Suprabhatam? To wake him up. We are not waking up. We are waking ourselves. By saying the prayers, whatever prayers we are doing during Vibhavari Seva Suprabhatam, we are waking ourselves, saying, oh God, now the sun is going to rise. Please keep me successful in all my endeavors during this daytime. Like that. And you leave everything to him, whether you are success or unsuccessful. Again in the night you do the Ekant Seva, putting him back to the sleep. He doesn't sleep. But we imagine like that, we will be going into sleep otherwise. Before that, in that Ekant Seva, again the prayers, what does it mean? It means, oh God, whether you are on that day, you are earned or not, you are successful or unsuccessful, whatever it is, whether your desires are full or not fulfilled. But before the God, you will say, oh God, today, whatever actions I have done, I have done according to your desire, your sankalpa. It was his desire, you have done. So, you should say that you are satisfied with day's work and relaxing for this thing, and to again wake up in the next day. Like that. It's not that God is going to do going to sleep or something like that. Whether you are successful or unsuccessful, you should commit that you are satisfied with all your actions you have done. That means whatever you do, you follow a right way. What is the right way? Right way means don't harm anyone. Don't steal anybody's wealth. You do your hard work, remembering God. Chaitanya, after Vyasa Bhagwan has compiled all these things, Sukadeva Swami, Sudhava Swami, they have told this Bhagavatam to everybody. Still, we do not remember God. For what Krishna thought, during Ramavatara, I have followed as a human being, I have shown. Nobody followed him. Again, during Dwapar Yuga is instructed this one Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna and Vishnu Sahasrama through Bhishma, all these things, but nobody understood him, nobody followed him. So in Kali Yuga, he himself was born as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about 600 years ago. In between Bengal and Orissa region, he has taken the incarnation as a devotee, not as God. As a God, when somebody called him as God, no, he closed ears, he said, I am not God. I am a devotee of God. And he has given us Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We have many auspicious mantras, but they are all regulated. They have to be chanted or meditated only on a particular time. But this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, in Kali Yuga people will not have time. They have less time, so I shall give them Mahamantra. He said, he has given his Hare Krishna Mahamantra with the instruction to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 64 rounds, one round on the beat, like that Mataji is doing on the beat, that contains 108 beats. So, do Hare Krishna Mahamantra, say, turn one beat. Like that, 108 times, like number of totally 64 rounds. Each round it takes 15 minutes in the initial stages, but if you once you practice in a week's time, it will hardly take 7 to 10 minutes. 7 to 10 minutes. It's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during 600 years ago, he said 64 rounds. But today we don't have that much time. So, I'm sorry if somebody is going out, I will start blaming them. But we don't have time, we have to run, because for our work time or college, we need to be present there on punctually. We cannot be late. If we are late, they will penalize us or they punish us. So we have to be there. In this Kali Yuga, we have to earn, not one. In the entire family, everyone has to earn. Otherwise, it is not sufficient. Cost of living is more. But while doing all those things, you remember God. You do at least one time at home. It's not necessary you need to come to temple and do. If you come to temple and do, it's good. But at home itself, you will be having. If you have some small deity, Vigraha form, okay. Otherwise, some paper, photo thing, whatever, nothing is there also. Just imagine Krishna. Because you have seen Krishna earlier, many places you have seen. Not only Krishna, you can imagine Rama, Narasimha. I'm here because I'm saying Krishna. Krishna means any avatar. Rama avatara, Narasimha avatara, Srinivasa, Tirupati Balaji, Krishna. You can remember any of these forms and chant this Mahamantra. Chant Mahamantra once, at least one round, and remaining rounds, if it is possible, like that Mataji is carrying the chanting band with her, you can carry chanting band. Otherwise, if it is inconvenient, without chanting band, while driving the two-wheeler, four-wheeler, mind is not driving, your hands are driving, your legs are working, but your mind is, while concentrating on driving, you also concentrate on Mahamantra, like that. And as well, while eating, like that. There are 4 ways of remembering God. One is meditating and chanting of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Second one, when you go home, you tell your elder parents who are unable to come here, not only elder parents, whoever it is, who are unable to come here in the family, everybody you glorify about the God. You glorify the God like that. Because we do not know when we are going to end our life. Our 100 years of life, but when you are going to die, we do not know. So we need to remember Krishna, because in the ultimate last few seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, not even many seconds, 2 or 3 seconds, we need to remember Krishna. So for that purpose, you please practice this one. So you train your other spouse, your elder parents, your children with this thing. Third one, you don't hurt anyone, not only your family members, even outside also, don't hurt anyone, do any harm or don't deceive them. You try to share. Whatever you hear here, along with the family members, when you sit with your friends, relatives or colony people, try to preach them. Like I am preaching here, you can also preach there. It is not necessary this preaching to be done only at the temple or at some place. You can do anywhere. There is no restriction, you can preach them. Like that, this one. And fourth one is, without, out of whatever you are having, share something. Share something to anyone. I am not saying that you have a crore of rupees, you give a crore of rupees. not crore of rupees, because you need lot of things for you and your family, because medical this thing is very costly today. Even food items, they are getting costly day by day. So you need whatever you cook, prasadam, offer it to the God. Just if a handful of, palmful of food, you take it out, put it outside all around the house, so that some insects or birds, they come and eat. When they need food for living. And also some beggar comes, try to share with somebody, or some guest comes or friends come, feed them with food, you also have, like that. With sitting alone, having the entire food yourself, that is selfishness. You should never be selfishness. For either for yourself or just, only my family should be benefited. That is also selfishness only. Everyone should be benefited. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Like that you should be there. Because of ignorance, they are unable to evaluate the assets of life. We have the tamasic guna. That's the reason we are unable to know all these things. So you discard those qualities. You discard tamasic and rasic qualities. Only with satvika qualities, you please remember to help everybody. By imparting this, whatever you listen to this one, if you impart this knowledge to others who are outside, in your family or to your friends or this thing, what's happening? Your knowledge is improving. You are not, if you have crore of rupees, you are giving to all those things, it is coming down. Whereas knowledge, what you have received in the mind, if you preach them, you are not losing anything. Otherwise, your memory power is increasing. Now, by telling you all people, even my mind is improving, remembering it. Like that, it will improve. You are going to gain by preaching this one. Not only memory power is gained, and in the end, ultimate goal is going back to Godhead. You have all goals. You need not renunciate any of them. You can pass whatever you want, become a lawyer, doctor, engineer, whatever you want, you can become, as well as you earn a huge, big amount. It's not that you should only, and lakh of rupees sufficient. You earn in crores also, but in a rightful way, dharma, not by stealing somebody, looting somebody, like that. And after that one, you share with everybody, like that. At the end, we can remember God. Now, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, we shall chant Hare Krishna mantra 10 times before dispersing for today. And today evening we have Mahabharata, evening at 6 o'clock in Hindi. Today and tomorrow Mahabharata, Thursday Ramayana, and Bhagavata Tuesday to Friday. During this time, Bhagavata in English, Mahabharata and Ramayana in Hindi. So before dispersing for today, we will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 10 times. You all speak, tell loudly. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Gadadara Sri Vasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I'm not able to hear. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Swasti Prabhya Vantyam Nyayena Margena Mahimeshaha Govashvastu Nityam Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu Kayena Vacha Manase Nrupya Buddhyatpate Swabhavat Karomi Yajat Parsmai Naranati Sarpayami Sri Manasarpan Sarvam Sri Krishnavutu Mangalam Nidamam Jai Sri Radha Gopinath ki Jai Sri Jagannath Baldev Sodharmai ki जय श्री नरसिंह भगवान की, जय श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की, जय श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की, जय श्री पंचतत्वा की, जय श्री भगवद ग्रंथ की, जय श्री हरे कृष्ण मंत्र की, जय श्री प्रभुपाद की। हरे कृष्णा